What is good, boxing fans, boxing critics, and boxing analysts? RENE Box Young, salute from the South. One love to everybody who has been subscribing, sharing, liking, viewing, etc. Hey, I'm excited always, you know what I'm saying, with this new boxing things that are coming out, trends, news, etc., right? Because we love the sport, right? And we got to be updated, you know what I mean? And DAZN, Eddie Hearn, right? He's going global, right? You have heard it. You probably have heard it. If you haven't, well, this is what it is, right? Eddie Hearn is going global now, and I said this about 7 months ago, maybe a little longer. I don't remember. We got to go back a little bit, okay? I just want to explain this. That remember, it was a while ago, more than a year ago, where Eddie Hearn, right, launched his American, quote unquote, American takeover movement, right? Through the DAZN, okay, through the sports platform DAZN. You can check it out, you know, in other links and things like that. It's everywhere now, as far as this news is concerned. That Eddie Hearn and sorry about that, guys. I mean, constantly get that. Eddie Hearn and DAZN, they're going to be going, you know, launching in many countries now. Okay, it's going to be a global takeover now, and he started as an American takeover, right? And it seems like it's not going as planned. I'm going to leave the links to my description. Okay, I'm going to leave the links in the description of this video to my videos that I have posted months ago about this, because I have been following it. I haven't been following it really closely, but I have seen, and I broke it down in my last video concerning this topic. All right. Actually, if we go, I'll go to my channel real fast. All right. Just real fast. Right. I'm not going to take too much time in this video. I don't want to, at least, right? I say that sometimes, but I take longer as expected. So here, right, it's on my channel, confirmed. Eddie Hearn shifts to global takeover from American takeover. That's why I'm calling this video. Eddie Hearn Global Takeover 2, Part 2, because this is the second. This is like a sequel of what I said months ago. All right. I don't remember when I did. I did this several months ago. Okay. Here, this was back when they were gonna fight, when AJ was gonna fight in Saudi Arabia. Right. It says Hearn, if AJ wins in Saudi Arabia, it opens up a whole new world. So I explained this. I broke this all down, guys. Go check it out. Link is in the description. Okay, check that out. And I explained it, all right? And this is what's going on now. So this is exactly what's going on. DAZN is going to be launching in many countries now, approximately 200 or something like that. You know, go check it out. The news, you know, it's out there. And so, you know, it looks like Eddie Hearn, he's just going to leave the American market. You know, I'm sure he's going to be continuing, you know, pushing events and things like that, you know, through DAZN in America. But, you know, it seems like more it's going to be, you know, all over the world, all over the globe. I hope, well, you know, in some article it says something along the lines of DAZN being like a Netflix of sports. You know, a sports Netflix. Okay, so we know that DAZN is a sports platform. It's not just boxing. It's a platform for many sports. They have like darts, you know, tennis and things like that. You know, there's lots of sports on DAZN platform. So hey, I mean, I'm not hating. I mean, all right, cool. I mean, more power to DAZN. You know what I mean? We hope that they eventually, you know, give great matchups in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? I'm not hating at all. I think that some of the sports, as far as as far as boxing is concerned, DAZN hasn't been pushing the best fights, you know, but I mean, some have been entertaining and pretty cool, you know, and you know, I watch it sometimes. I watch the sports. I watch the fights on DAZN, you know, so I'm not hating at all. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how this goes. Check the links in my description. Okay, I broke it down. You got to see the wording between the lines, you know what I'm saying? And I broke that down, you know, descriptively in those videos in the link. Go check the links out. Also, I mentioned this. It's in Spanish though. I posted another video and I was also explaining, but it was in Spanish. Okay, and the build up to all this. Okay, I saw it a mile away. I saw this happening a mile away. I explained how when Eddie Hearn. A lot of people don't remember this or ignore it or what have you, but it was months ago. Eddie Hearn came to Mexico for El Gallo Estrada fight, for an El Gallo Estrada fight. I forgot who he fought against, but it was here in Mexico. Eddie Hearn came to Mexico. I think it was for the first time. He came down here and he talked about wanting to do more boxing events here in Mexico, where I'm from. This is my stomping grounds. You know what I mean? Salute from the South. That's why I say salute from the South. So Eddie Hearn, you know, and I was following that, and I explained it in my video in Spanish, okay, how Eddie Hearn, his shoot is more for global. It's a more global vision. So he has a global vision for the sport of boxing. So hey, I gotta respect that, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I don't necessarily agree with lots of things he says, but as far as this whole global takeover, it looks like he's really taking it into consideration, and he's doing it, putting it into action through DAZN. He's doing it through DAZN. So, hey, we'll see what this leads to, man. So, hopefully, like I said, I repeat, hopefully we'll get better boxing events, you know, matchups, and, you know, great boxing from DAZN eventually, right? Maybe, you know, there's a lot of criticism right now with DAZN. I'm not saying I'm hating. I'm not saying I love it. I'm in between. You know what I'm saying? I'm neutral. So, you know, just to update you, and check the links. Check the links of my other videos explaining the lead up to this. I think I'll leave my link in Spanish, too, my Spanish one that I left for all the Spanish folk, all the Latin folk, and not just the Spanish and Latin folk. There are some people who aren't, you know, Latin or whatever, and they know Spanish. So, hey, I'll put that link there in the description. I want to make this video quick. So, hey, interesting news. So, looks like they're going global with it. They're going global. DAZN going global, and they're taking boxing with it. So, hey, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll just see the evolution of this, right, and the development of how big this gets, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. Comment below, what do you think about it? You know, do you think it's going to be great? You know, do you think it's going to be better for the sport of boxing? Because, I mean, like I said, I mean, in America, as far as in America, man, let me just try to kind of put this in there. That as far as in America and the Americas, okay, I say the Americas, plural, because, like I said, Eddie Hearn he also went to, you know, Mexico too. And I think it was, you know, I'm not sure if that fight with El Gallo Estrada, when Hearn came to Mexico, if it was, the DAZN was involved in that. I'm not sure. And may I mention too that this whole global, you know, takeover, quote unquote, right? Well, I'm quoting it, so yeah. The global takeover, yeah, I think, you know, so it's going to be still with Golden Boy Promotions, you know, with Eddie Hearn and his stable, you know what I'm saying, Matchroom, if I'm not mistaken, and Triple G Promotions. I read it somewhere along those lines in an article that Triple G Promotions is also going to be involved in this and pushing fights. You know, who knows? Eventually, maybe DAZN will buy other promotional platform companies or what have you, or whatever you want to call them, right? I don't know the technicalities as far as that. For example, it's just a quick example. You know, Bob Arum is talking about, or there's news recently, and he was interviewed recently, as a matter of fact, talking about, you know, him selling a portion of Top Rank, you know, to investors, to savvy, you know, business investors or what have you. So, hey, DAZN maybe have a possibility of getting a piece of the pie, you know, of another promotional company, a boxing promotional company or what have you, to bring in that stable. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it out of the range of a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it outside of being possible. So, hey, we'll see what happens, man. So, we'll see what goes on. So, yeah, comment below. What do you think? You think it's going to be big, or do you think they're going to be, you know, and it's going to be more international? So, they're going to be involving international fighters now more, you know what I'm saying? I guess they're going to mix it in with, you know, Western fighters, you know what I'm saying, Western hemispherical fighters, and Eastern, or, you know, across the pond or what have you. So we'll see what it is. And, you know, I think one of the disadvantages, I guess, is that, you know, it just opens up the panorama a lot more for boxing fans and enthusiasts, in the sense that there's just so many fighters. When you talk about a global now, it's just so many fighters, you guys. And most of those fighters that you know, a lot of these fighters, guys, that have DAZN as a platform, you know, and boxing matchups in general, or in Matchroom boxing, a lot of people, you know, in the Western Hemisphere don't even know these guys. So, hey, we'll see what it is, man. But, hey, big ups to those fighters who get opportunities, you know, through DAZN. Just, you know, when you talk about American fighters, for example, you know, Devin Haney and these fighters who are on DAZN, you know what I'm saying, you know, who are working with DAZN. For example, Ryan Garcia, you know, those opportunities that he is getting, the platform that he has, is thanks to, obviously, Golden Boy, which he's in that promotional company, you know, he's in that stable, but they also have business with DAZN and business ties, and that grows opportunity, that extends opportunities and opens up more opportunities for these fighters like Ryan Garcia, you know, like Canelo, right? Obviously, with that super mega multi-million-dollar deal, obviously, hundreds of millions of dollars, actually, you know, for Canelo. So it gives these fighters opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see where it goes, man. Tevin Farmer, the list goes on and on, right? Mikey Garcia, whatever, right? Et cetera, right? So we'll see where this goes, man. Like I said, I repeat, comment below. What do you think about it? Do you think this is going to be great? You think it's going to be better for boxing? Do you think that DAZN as a sports platform, but specifically micro-focusing on boxing, do you think it's going to, bring better matchups, et cetera, and boxing events? We'll see, right? Because they're also in the talks, right? Mikey Garcia, there's talks of, right? We'll see in the future, right? But there's talks of Mikey Garcia fighting Pacquiao in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see, man. We'll see, if DAZN's going to be, getting their fingers up and this, getting a grasp, a hold of all these things. So we'll see, man. Rene Box Young, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, show the love. Thank you so much for all your support, you guys. Peace. Shouts from the South, fam.